Hi everyone, in this video I'm just going to show you how to sideload custom apps onto the Zeekr 7X. So my car is running version 2.1.1c. This is I think the second most recent version. There's a D version now in Australia. In the European and Chinese markets they have different firmwares, so this might not work for them. So if you click the bottom left and open your app drawer, you should have an app called App Lab that comes with the car by default. Inside of App Lab, when you first open it, you only have one app, which is the browser app. And then when you open the browser app, it'll give you the option to download another app called More App. And inside of More App, they give you 6 predefined apps that you can download. So that's YouTube, Disney+, Prime Video, Waze, Netflix, and Apple Music. So to download and install other apps I've done here, we have to download the APKs and install them through the browser. So in the browser app, when you first open it, it takes you to this magic.sandboxcar.com website. You can't change the URL. You can't, click any links there. Only thing you can do is download this APK and install it. So to break out of this website, all you do is you hold on any text, so let's say More App. You click the 3 dots next to the Select All, and then click Web Search. This will then open up Baidu, which is the Google equivalent in China. So you can perform the same action in any other browser on your phone, on your computer. If you highlight some text and then right click and then hold on the text on your phone and click Web Search, which will do the same thing in your chosen search engine, which is Google, DuckDuckGo, Bing, whatever you want. So now let's open up the Baidu search for More App that I've highlighted and searched earlier. So that's just still loading. We'll just give it a sec. So that's finished loading now, I think. It is a bit slow to load because you're loading the page from Chinese servers, and of course we're in Australia. So since it's like any other search, we can just delete the text we did here. And what I like to do is download another browser, which will give us less restrictions. So for me, that would be Brave browser. You can do whatever browser you like if you're able to download the APK. But Brave browser is probably one of the easiest to do. So just search Brave browser, and they've added GitHub at the end because that's where we'll download it from. And I'll just click search. Again, this might take some time. We'll give it a sec. So we've given it a sec and nothing's happened. Let's just try that search button again a few times. Scroll up and down a bit. Hit it up a few more times. So nothing's happening here. So one of the things I like to do is just head over to the right, and then the link on the left is to take you back to the home page. So we'll click on that. This will give you the Baidu homepage, which is just like going to google.com and being presented with a search option. So I copied and pasted what we had earlier. So Brave browser, GitHub. We can try giving that a search here. And that's worked. So it's loading now. So the loading bar is there at the moment. And just wait for it to go all the way. If that doesn't work, you can always go back and give it another try, refresh the page, do a bunch of things, because this browser is not the best, but eventually it will get you to this page here. So the first option we have is GitHub. So I'm just going to click on that. So it's the Brave/Brave browser. There might be some forks if you accidentally click any other links. So on the GitHub webpage, if you go to the right, there's a releases column or row. Click on releases there, and it will just give you the latest release. At the moment, that's a nightly release, so it's a pre-release. So if you just scroll down this list and find the latest stable version, so I'm going to go to the next page there, and here it is, release 1.93.127. Yep, so this says release as the prefix. If it's nightly or beta, then it's not the stable version at the moment. So from here, scroll down and open up the assets folder. It's a bit big, so there's 215 different files in there. But just scroll down, it's on alphabetical order until you get to Brave ARM64 universal.apk, and just click on that, and that will prompt you to do a download. So click OK. Let's wait for the download to finish. I guess we can check the download progress. So I'll just get back when this is done. So that's finished downloading there. We can now click on the APK to install it. So that's Brave there, installing. That's installed, and we can just get out of this here, go back to App Lab, and see that Brave is installed at the bottom now. Let's open that up, and we'll just go through the setup. So I've finished setting up Brave browser, and now we have a fully fledged browser we can use and install apps from. So the best website to go to download apps would be APKMirror. So you can just do a Google of that. No restrictions here, and just the first one's pretty good. We'll just get rid of that. So now let's say we want to download Instagram. We can click on that. So now an Instagram page, and down here we have APKs. So bundle files are split APKs, so you would have to do some merging to make those work. That's out of the scope for here, but when there's an APK already, we can just download that. So we can use the ARM64 V8A architecture, and then click download APK. And then download anyway, and then underneath the little pop-up we can see the download progress. That's now finished there. We just click open, and Instagram can be installed. There you go. And yeah, you can log in and do all that stuff. I don't use Instagram, so we'll just get out of here for now. So all the apps you installed will be under the Z emulator page. So these are all the apps I have so far. And the similar process, if you want to download any other apps, just go to APKMirror and search the app you want. Find the APK file if possible, not the split file, and download it and just install it. Just some other findings that I've had. So I've downloaded a file manager called Mixplorer. So in here I can see everything I've downloaded so far. So Brave, Instagram that we did earlier, as well as some YouTube, Bitwarden, Plex, and so on. You can't use a file manager to install apps, unfortunately, from what I've seen. So go back. If you click on any of the APKs, they fail to open up at all. I haven't tried any other file browsers, so it just could be a limitation of this one. Another thing I found is that with Plex, the latest version that worked for me was 10.18.0.968, which is the one here. Any other newer file version, the split files, etc., just didn't work for me at all. With the emulator as well, I tried AdGuard, which gives you a ad blocking VPN, and that does work, so you can enable VPNs. If you have YouTube open, for example, or any of the apps here, and you were to start a video and start driving, it wouldn't let you use the app, just like any other app inside of the Z emulator. So you can't use any of these apps when driving. It will give you a watermark that says you can't use this app. So I'm sharing this method in this video in hopes that other people have their own findings they can share back to the community, and let's see what we can do from here.